and have a match versus Atlanta. The Battle of Canada. Who is going to be the king of the North? Joe Deceives on your screen. He has been absolutely lights out, without question, my MVP for this Ultra squad.
Same.
If he continues to play like this, Vancouver's hands are going to be full.
Indeed the case. Here is another little glimpse at the map set. 2 protocols, a vault, followed by 2 haciendas. Texas, let's make some noise. It's our lower bracket final. We got Toronto Ultra and the Vancouver Surge in the Canadian Classic. Let's get it on.
Trying to find an opening kill through the middle of the map. Vancouver already taking a little time away, but you can already see on your mini-map, Kleenex was thinking, I gotta work this pinch. His teammates play so patient, open towards Heli's side, allow Kleenex to be the deciding factor on that play. The break is good, and now they can soak up a lot of time.
And this is a tough transition, though, for Vancouver trying to get across the map, especially considering that the window control for Toronto had been really solid, but Nasty able to find a way at least to contest the time on one. Teammates following around him, so it's really just down to how much Nasty can finesse. Stuns and nades coming over the top to try to assist him, and he's done well so far. Yeah, 0-4, Abuso able to clear off that backside staircase, and we're gonna get Vancouver back in the lead.
Yeah, final 15 seconds they're going to be able to walk away with. Toronto Ultra going to be late off the rotation to new. You have an underground round being hit from Joe Deceives, but at the same time, 0-4 is doing it on the opposite end. Flank through top trips, give me number 2. Trying to find the third, has the info with the pistol, not able to get it. That's a good start there for Vancouver. 26 seconds off of P1. You're initially start P2 as well.
And you shut down Ultra's first attempts at trying to, again, capitalize on rotation, which they were able to do versus the Thieves. So good bounce back here for Vancouver early. First 15 seconds go their way. Now down to Toronto. How do you try to set up this break attempt? Shots through mid-map are working out nicely. Little climb up the ladder. Kleenex waits for a time to jump, and he gets kind of a lay of the land. Pops up, finds a kill, and now the pressure's on to 0-4. He responds to the first. Does he get a look at the second? Not quite, but trades are good until finally we have a last battle over the staircase, which Vancouver are able to win.
Yeah, Vancouver just seemed like they had like 8 people on the map every single time. Ultra thinking, okay, we have the numbers. There's instantly a player from Vancouver in a position to find that trade. So still in control of the P2. You're gonna find yourself up pot 40. Ultra, no, we have the rotation to new. We can still apply the pressure towards old, potentially for the final 10. That's a clean 4, and now you can set up at new.
Yeah, this is a really bad spot for Vancouver. Spawns all the way deep behind P2. Essentially gonna have to play through old and then stretch across the map. And Beans is stopping that in its tracks. Kleenex following up, but it is 0-4 to at least reduce this setup just a touch. Toronto will still spawn good, but their hold up towards the front is gonna be tested.
Joe Deceives, though, picks up a big kill on the cut. Watches the overextension, but the pressure through bottom spiral. Netson is able to find the kill, so you're already making this mixy.
Yep.
Ultra spawn all the way across the map. You got the numbers of your surge. You're able to find the break. Just one more gunfight.
Just pistols, though, for the ARs for Toronto, trying to hang on to this ground. Joe Deceives able to find another after Kleenex had been tagged up heavily by the Vancouver Surge, still spawning close. But from the front, Ultra working their way in nicely here. Still 25 seconds to fight for, and split spawns starting to come through for Vancouver.
And now Vancouver in a sticky situation because 2 players are spawning all the way across the map. They don't want to give up this time for free. They're going to attempt the break, and it works out perfectly. A clean 4 dead. It's going to allow you to walk away with that final junk time. Win the rotation over towards New and Toronto. No, we cannot just spiral all the way down through the zip line. We got to find a different angle.
That kill for Insight actually has Vancouver really primed and ready for a hit that's coming through Spiral, but it's actually not there. It's all through the front doors. Insight sliding through, finds the first. No trade coming through. Trophy systems denying any possible utility. 0-4 trying to reinforce. Shut down by Kleenex. These are key gunfights to rid of the top of the hard point, and it's all going the way of Toronto for now. Neptune stepping up with an AR. Trying to line up a couple more. Lots of damage coming through, but Toronto still hanging inside the hill for now.
The fact that Toronto were laid off this rotation, finding clutch kills at the right time to walk away so far with a majority of this P4 hill. That is absolute perfection. Able to stabilize now. Know where the pressure's coming in, but Neptune and 0-4, they open up with 2.
Insight trying to find timing on the slide through. Gets 1. Traded away, though. Back and forth we go. Pinstripe kill feed, but it will be Vancouver with the numbers for now. Beans looking to try to get something set up over through the front doors. And Vancouver are trying to spread out this hardpoint best they possibly can. Oh, that's really nice work from Beans to get through, find a little bit of damage. Does that allow Insight to finalize this last 10 seconds? Not quite. Good to see he's also committed on the play, will be shut down. We've got a tie game as we head back up top to 1.
Yeah, absolutely accept that if you are Toronto, because you thought you were going to be beat over towards this money hill, but at least go 50-50 on that, keeping a tie game. Now into the second half. Vancouver finding a couple kills on the right side, trying to isolate onto Beans in towards Grandma's. You're in control, and at the same time, you already have a boozer taking space away.
Joe looking to try to get something on the contest. No, shut down. Big moment here for Vancouver. They continue to just force Ultra to have to hit these weird routes because of Abuza's position in the windows. splitting the spawns a little bit, but honestly for Ultra, they just aren't allowed to set anything up. Finally, a couple of kills come through. Pressure back over to the hardpoint onto Neptune. He gets a good read on the insight though, and slips away from Kleenex, not quite able to find the kill, as Beans was there for support, and that will neutralize the time as Ultra try to slip in.
Yeah, spawns now flip. Ultra potentially gonna walk away with this final 20, unless Boozer has something to say about it. The rest of Vancouver know that they have the numbers through top mid. We just gotta fly on in, but we don't check the corner. You're able to find the kill, but instantly going to get traded. Ultra with a clean 4 dead. It's their turn now to set up at P2.
Yep, should be solid for them with a lot of members already not just leaning in towards the hard point, but a lot of focus up towards the top at ledge. 04 shutting down Kleenex down low. That creates an opportunity through field side. And honestly, yeah, that's just too easy, honestly, for Vancouver. Just walking forward, they find all their individual 1v1s. Neptune now zoning off the play over towards top. Oh! Neptune for 2, 3 in a row for him. Vancouver have cracked the code to get in from the front.
That's a perfect time to find that break, because there's a lot of time. You're still in control of the spawns. Ultra are trapped towards the backside of tower. Stuns connecting, bullets are not. Neptune is still alive. He's still dancing with them. 30 seconds here at P2. They're all rallying to the backside of tower.
Oh, and the health is just so exquisite for Vancouver. Neptune not done yet. Oh, mercy. 134 to 105. Vancouver still have the rotation to do as we head into a surge listen in.
On the ground.
They're all going underground.
I got 1, 2 more. 2 more on the ground.
I feel.
Okay.
They're stuck in the ground. One more, bro.
Wait, let's do it. 2.
Yeah, go.
I spawned out.
Stop. One on time now. Okay, back left on time. That's on me. I hit him once, bro. Yeah, one is mid-dive.
One
One behind you. Take it down.
I'm gonna pee on fast.
Mid-gun. On top of the mid-gun.
Top gun, beams. Sidewalk inside. One shot, back in.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go top when this. Play hold, okay? We're gonna play.
I'm just coming new.
Sidewalk. One is sidewalk. One is nice. One's gonna be mid-gun.
Go bar.
Sidewalk, that's two. I'll spoon back ammo. Let's go after that.
I'm on you. They maps.
You did not?
Yes. I have maps. Field, nice. Get up.
Could be spot on me, okay?
I have maps. Yo, one more field.
It could be spot, okay?
I can't get on the big
Yeah, I'm I need big dot.
I'm looking maps. Do you have it?
That's 2. Beat live. That's 2 here. Keep flooding, guys.
Wait, one shot, Joe. Computer, back. Spawn in. Listen, when there's one spawn out.
I see twice maps.
That's a P2.
Joe, it's map.
I'm going fast.
Hey, I need this. I'll spin out.
There's two maps.
Nice.
Yo, put them up. There's two maps. I hear you.
Dead.
I saw maps.
Go spot.
Push it out.
I'm
I have left. Look right.
I'm in spot, okay, it's okay?
You have maps?
Yeah,
I have maps.
I said nothing spot now.
Just chill. We just chill like this.
I'm
going you. I'm on you, beast.
I'm in ammo, guys. Give me a second.
On you.
Mid-gun.
Watch out.
Mid-gun on me. Mid-gun.
I'm top ready. I spawn PC.
Well, Vancouver's definitely fired up, even after dropping from the winners final. It definitely doesn't look like they're emotionally drained. Up now about 45 points. Big moment in this match where Ultra's trying to bounce back.
Oh yeah, but Vancouver, in those listenings, you could tell like they were still in sync even when the chaos was going down. Boozer gives the combo, okay, we don't want to give up 25 seconds at P3, so we're contested. We also want a rotation over towards new. So you find yourself up by 40, but Benjamin Beans is starting to come alive. Lines up 3, goes for the 4. Yeah, and that's going to get the young man roaring.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start for Beans, but that 4-piece absolutely allows Ultra to control the tempo around the top. That is really good idea here for Neptune. Calling the Hellstorm, try to reset things just a touch. Nasty able to find one behind that, but honestly speaking for Ultra, you've able to out-trade this. Keep the hard point neutral. This is not bad news as you try to now crack the code and hold on to the P2 side of the map.
Not an issue at all for Toronto Ultra, especially when they find all 4 kills in sync with the final 10 seconds here at P1. Vancouver are so far away from that P2, but last time around, it was way too easy from Surge, pushing their way through the front end to find an early break. A 20-point difference. Ultra have some time to make up. You just need a couple kills to go your way.
And Beans zoning mid-map like this, you have to keep your guns up down towards field. if you are Ultra, and they have done that beautifully to this point. Beans for 2. Abuza, nice shot at long range, traded by Insight. And now the hit has to start to develop for Surge. One player up top, clean from Nasty. Now the hit starts to envelop as Joe's by himself. How many can he find? The answer is absolutely nothing. So now Toronto, again, from the front, just immediately broken, and Neptune's back over to P2 once again.
Yeah, if you're the player on that hard point there, we don't really have to commit on that gunfight, because then you're forcing your teammates to reposition, and then something is open, and Vancouver are consistently always finding the opening. Almost finds the double there is Nasty. But the ARs right now from Vancouver are absolutely shooting. Yep. More than happy to walk away with this final 15. Ultra have the rotation to do, though.
By far one of the best individual maps we've seen from Abuza this major to this point. Can they find a way to turn that success into a win here in map number 1?
Once one's out.
Yep, sure does. So it's going to be a 4v3 over the top of the new time. Do Vancouver get a realization on this? Can they find the kills to actually dominate over the backside of this hill? Pistol out, Kleenex for 2. Hold on a second. Neptune's now the last one left. One more member spawns in for Vancouver, but Kleenex holds the ground beautifully. Beans follows up, and now Ultra have numbers.
The tissue is always an issue. Gives his team another lifeline to find a break here. Now there's only one player from Vancouver still causing mayhem on the back end. It's going to be Nasty. But Toronto are just allowing him to stay there. We're soak up all this time.
Joe was too far out of the play. He was over towards P1. So now all of a sudden Vancouver start to set up from the front. Insight trying to repinch back in front of the front door. Shut down by Neptune. 224, 212. 23 seconds. You can't win here, but you can get darn close. So yes, of course, you're going to try to keep flooding through this. One more effort maybe comes by Kleenex, but he's going to hold to make sure the rotation stays safe.
Ultra banking on this now. Need to put themselves in the best setup. All you need is 2 waves of kills, and this map number 1 is going to be yours. Vancouver is slowly on the approach, taking routes to find this break.
It's Nasty in particular, number 7 in white, all the way around the back. It is being watched. What's the timing on this break attempt look like, as Toronto is perfectly set up with trophy systems in wait. There's the first blood. Joe with the second. Once this pitch starts to develop, Nasty is not even a part of the play yet. He's still hanging out. Now he's trying to finally come clear through. He finds one, slips away, can't find much more, but the help isn't here. This is enough for Ultra to reset up again.
One more wave. One more wave is all Ultra need. You know where the pressure's coming from. Big door and Spyro. Have your guns up, have your attack. Be prepared.
Yep, trophies are all expired though at this point. Here comes the break for the front attack. Kleenex for 1, but there's 3 dead. It's just down to Joe Deceeds. Can he find the kills he needs? No, it's Neptune for 2. Neptune in total, finding 3 for the break. No one from Ultra's gonna come back, and Vancouver have clutched up in map number 1.
Mr. McLeod, always making impactful plays there in the hard points. The first attempt wasn't the best, but the second attempt was absolute perfection. And realistically, it all starts with Nasty being the last guy there and finding 1 kill.
Correct.
Because then you make it a 3v3 situation. Neptune knows, okay, they're gonna have 1 player watching each side. If we can double team one guy, find that opening kill, we have the numbers advantage, and then you slide on in and just play the trades. Thankfully, Neptune didn't have to trade because he found 3 in that final play. Vancouver have always been able to prepare in hard points better than Ultra, and they continue it here in this series.
And the no trophy systems being a part of that final hit is also really key, because it looked like stuns and nades were finding some success landing. But you take a look down the scoreboard. Again, Abuza 35 and 31, by far one of his best individual maps. Nasty taking the real spotlight though on the scoreboard. 32 and 23 with over 2 minutes in the hard point. So he's really getting it done. 16 objective kills for Neptune as well. Trying to keep pace with what Joe Deceeds was able to do. Another good map out of JD, but still not enough to get past his Vancouver hard point.
Yeah, it's just tough. Like when you see some of their setups, especially around that P1, you have Abuza who's pushed out towards trip towers, those trip windows, and him just staying alive on that staircase is forcing Ultra to either work on the ground or instantly try to sprint up towards Hella. Because we have Grandma Watch, we have the overextension through the right side of the B street. But their setups in their hard points are unbelievable. They had a couple mishaps though, where Vancouver get a little bit too aggressive. You scam in towards P3, you heard Neptune in the comments. My bad. But still does not change the difference on the score. Vancouver, just a better hard point team. Toronto are the better search and destroy team. And now they need the S&D to bounce back.
Yeah, big time they do. I mean, again, just kind of as we look over the top of this entire series, we'll stay here for Protocol. This has not been a bad map for this version of the Vancouver roster, for what it's worth. They played it a lot when Neptune first joined the roster, but I think the thing that gets scary is the Hacienda hardpoint has not been good for you either if you're Toronto. So kind of talking about the last time these two teams had matched online, it was the 2-3-5. It almost feels like looking at this map set, it's going to have to be that again, especially considering that this map went the way of Vancouver, as we obviously saw. So definitely puts a lot of pressure here for Toronto to have to come out and win this next search and destroy.
Yeah, we had, what, 3 out of the 5 maps that they played in the previous series through the qualifiers went all the way to the distance. The only difference is there's no Volt Search and Destroy, there's no Hacienda Control. But the hard points are the same, and the protocol S&D is the same. So if you're Vancouver, you know what they're going to do. You played them on this. They beat you 6-2. It was a lot of success early on in those first bloods. Players getting isolated, trying to make individual hero plays. Can't afford that to be the case here if you are Vancouver.
I think a lot of this, you know, watching how Vancouver have played this Search and Destroy in particular, it has been a lot of resiliency and just kind of testing on what you're going to get out of your SMGs in particular. How much ground can they grab? And they're going to try to grab it very quickly, very often. And Toronto doesn't allow that to happen because they feel the map out before they make their commitment calls. So going to be one of those things we kind of keep our eye on as we dig a little bit in towards this Search and Destroy to see what the game plan is going to be right off the get-go, and then how it starts to mold, adjust, and adapt as both these two teams start to feel each other out.
Yeah, I feel like both of these teams have a lot of similarities on protocol.
I agree.
Because it's like early drop down in towards the zip, gain the info, okay, we spot 2, let's start to work through the middle of the map. Same thing on both ends. Just the difference with Toronto is that they have that aggressive A push. Vancouver currently don't have that. They just like to waste a lot of time, allow 0-4 to hit a route, potentially through the open doors, peek it, find an opening, kill, and then play your numbers advantage. But Ultra, since you played them, you know exactly where he's going to throw it.
100%. We'll see what they try to bring to the table here because, again, this has been a regular map for both these two teams throughout this entire stage. And quite a number of playthroughs here at the Major as well, for that matter. So definitely plenty of film. Of course, the thing about this is, if you are Vancouver, you're just coming off of a recent series. So you're trying to talk through that right now, trying to remember and give yourself a little bit of that nostalgia back to one you guys had played from before. But here's also just a look in terms of how these two teams have found success through Search and Destroy. Both Neptune and Beans individually have been great this Major. But again, in particular, Neptune's been great in the first bloods, whereas Beans has been one of the guys last one left, trusted to play an island. And, well, he had a number of really major clutches when he was playing up against Thieves.
Yeah, the 1v2, 1v1, 1v1. That makes all 3 of his clutches just icy. Benjamin Beans, he loves to play Search and Destroy. Gonna need this guy to make the impactful plays. Vancouver just played this map as well, went all the way to around 11, and you're thinking, okay, if Nasty wins one of those one-on-ones, we could have walked away with it and been in the grand finals. But now the adjustments need to come in from 2 teams who have squared up on this map multiple times.
If you haven't had a chance to check out the new CDL skins on all these new Scuff controllers, make sure you scan that QR code, get over there, and get yourself one, because wow, they look great. But here is kind of a reflection of what we're talking about. The last 5 maps for the Search and Destroy of Toronto. We were really worried that this team was just going to be hard carrying by their Skyline Search and their Skyline Hardpoint. They were able to prove versus Thieves they didn't need it. Their map fluency is starting to come through, but here we go. It's going to be Vancouver on the opening offense. You're 1-0 up in the series, staying on protocol for the control.
And I already love this initial play. Already love this play from Vancouver, because usually you're trying to drop your way down towards Zip, but try to take over towards Platt, and Insight was able to line up for the first blood. So now Vancouver forced to slow this round down. You have 0-4 trying to take a little bit of space through Big Door. He might have got through.
Yeah, and you should know if you're Vancouver that you're going to have Beans on an island watching over through the field. That's often been the case. Can you try to find a way to isolate onto one of these 2 members? Joe's seen down low. Nate actually connects onto 0-4, so he's in trouble. Semtex in the back. Not going to work out. Beans coming through, but Abusa finds 2. And you know where Beans is, so you can take this bomb and re-wrap it back out if you want to.
But Insight is right beneath them. He's taking space away. He's hearing doors break. Neptune is trying to sniff him out. 30 seconds left to go. I'm rotating backside of tower. It's most likely going to go towards A.
Hardest part about this is getting in the front door in the first place. Beans watching. Shots out for the first. Doesn't connect. Neptune, wow, lots of damage. Can you follow up on that? Whoa, he slips back out. Follow up though from Bruce is good. Looking for the ace and the 1v2. 1v1 now with Beans off, and he goes for the plant at the exact wrong moment. Beans, perfect timing on the challenge. Clutches up again.
Yeah, it's a perfect timing on the challenge from Beans, but not the perfect timing on the challenge there for Neptune. You slide in, you get behind the computers. Probably went away for your teammate to try to assist him and isolate in that one-on-2 gunfight, but Once he drops, Beans is able to get out of dodge, recover himself a little bit through spiral, then hit down a couple shots as well onto Abuza. Has him weak, commits on the gunfight, secures the first round there for Ultra.
They didn't need the first bloods versus Thieves. But again, talking about this Ultra team, they often do come out on top of the first bloods, and they're very good at converting when they do. Trophy system down here over for the elevator push, but that stun lands. 04 in trouble, back down, and eventually dealt with by Joe Deceased. Follow-up elimination not there for Vancouver, as Neptune's trying to play through Spiral. He's challenged, but deals with one and a second. Wow, that's great from Travis. And now all of a sudden, it's just down to Insight 1v3.
Kleenex just never had an opportunity to regen his health there. Stuns and nades were connecting. So he tries to play for the trade, but Neptune makes him pay for it. Now Insight and a 1v3. Bomb down in towards the A-bomb. Yeah, this is not gonna be easy.
No. Nasty's already shown a shoulder. You got a player playing on the backside of ropes. That will work out no problem. But what a two from Neptune, because it looked like Beans had him dead to rights. The follow-up also denied, though.
And realistically, that round is not possible if Toronto have a couple trophies to work with. Because that was what Vancouver were trying to make up for with. Use your stuns, your nades. Don't allow players to regen. So you were able to connect with multiple attacks. But the first gunfight clean. Kleenex is, Joe Deceased is absolutely one shot. And Nasty from a different angle finds that third. Back-to-back defenses here. Tied at 1.
Small differences of putting a trophy down in an elevator versus trying to put it closer into maps. With aggression here for Vancouver. Opening nade, though, that's going to change this play completely as Nasty's already down. Neptune stun will have to back away, and Toronto will take the space through elevator.
Abuza's taking a lot of space already away over towards his B site. Clear out towards Heli. No one from Ultra in a position to potentially contest this. He's telling the team, come on, guys, I'm here.
Yeah, problem was Beans was playing in arches this time, not around the backside at gun. 04 trying to use the SMG to isolate and find the trade. So now we get a 2v2 situation. Ultra have to kind of track back to this, and 04's found himself an AR.
Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Bomb's going to go down 04 in the perfect position to watch over his teammate and the bomb. Joe Deceased going to put down a couple shots. Positioning, giving up. Time's still ticking.
Oh, but Kleenex also had an AR as well. He finds 04 backside of the defensive spawn. No immediate trade from Neptune. Trying to find it. Opening shots decent from Kleenex. Neptune so slippery, but no, not able to find the shots in time. And that's enough for the defuse to come through for Toronto.
And it all starts with that angle from Kleenex onto 04.
Yeah.
I would love to see where he got that one from, but it's most likely from bottom ammo. Just whips out the AR. 04 is thinking, okay, I got the power spot. Kleenex, oh, that's you. You most likely have an SMG, but picks up the Amos, wins the one-on-one, and then gain info onto Neptune at the same time. Round goes to Ultra, 2-1.
See if there's going to be any sort of an change up here from Toronto, trying to just catch this Vancouver team a bit more off guard here. Especially considering how they reapproached the front door last time around. Do you change up and just try to continue to play for A and see if you can find a way to get this trophy in a better position? This time it is in a better position, and it connects onto the stun. Okay, so immediate response, inside up top. Whoa. Little battle off the ladder, and 04 somehow wins that versus Kleenex. Joe with the trade, still another member nearby as Neptune tries to contest, but no. Beans shuts him down this time in that 1v1, and it leaves it now just down to Abuza.
Bomb's gonna get planted. Beans has yet to be able to spot him. Abuza picks up the SMG. He has both tacks to work with.
Nade cooked. Trophy denies, and again. And Abuza's like, son of a gun. Makes this much more difficult, especially as he's been naded in response. And Ultra just holding. No reason to slide out and try to shell this. Whoa, clean shots into maybe another. Beans tagged up. Here comes Abuza trying to push back forward. Oh! Wow, does Allen, Texas love that?
Abuza had to stand up out the chair for that one. Beans does not lose one-on-ones, especially when he finds himself in the power position, but Insight commits on the first gunfight. Without your teammate helping you, you pepper in a couple shots, you have him weak, and you have both guns for the occasion. Abuza What a massive 1v2 clutch. Ties the game.
Wow, Texas hates beans. So we do Texas toast down here, not beans on toast down here. Here we go, 2-2. And a little bit of lifeblood inserted into the lungs of Vancouver. But once again, Toronto, first blood, immediately traded. Kleenex on the response. We go 3v2.
04 potentially trying to play for this trade on the Kleenex, but now you have no info on where he went. The timing good enough, but the pistol even better there from Insight. Just had a 1v2 if you're a boozer. How about a 1v3?
And he's looking for beans. Try to get in the head. But has lost him. Yeah, that one's going to live a little rent-free. Still a lot of work to be done here, though, for the rest of this 1v2.
Yeah, because the bomb is all the way down at that A site. Both the SMGs, at least one and Insight, are camping it. 35 seconds to go. You hear that door cracking towards Grandma's. You know the approach is going to be through Zip, but he hasn't weak.
Gets the first, but immediate help is there for Toronto. Heck of an effort, but not this time. Tell you what, though, there's no one else in the league that's going to shake off something like that better than Beans. He's just like, it's fine, whatever, go next.
Vancouver, though, keep on getting split setups on their offenses to where they're getting isolated.
Yeah.
2-2. Pushes better trades on the side of Ultra. Kleenex gets aggressive over towards Tower to put them in numbers advantage, and then once 04 tries to drop down and make up for it, Insight's pistol is shooting absolute nukes. So Ultra in the advantage again. Back on the attack. If I'm them, I'm going right back to that aggressive A push.
Yeah, why not? This time no trophy system, though, so Joe's just going to try to feel this out. An exchange of stuns comes through, and that's enough for really both teams to be happy with that. What?
He had to get his lick back right there onto a Buza. Walks right into the pre-aim. Now man advantage in favor of Ultra, but Neptune in a cruddy angle makes it a 3v3, and he's dancing. How is he still alive? Finally, he's going to get taken care of. Ultra still in the man-up advantage.
04, though, going to be able to trash down onto Insight easy. So 2v2. Split, though, on this defensive side of his Vancouver, and Nasty is in trouble over towards Heli. 04 trying to help a couple of fadeaway shots, actually back down that challenge. And we'll reset. We'll go again. 04, good information, but the bomb's going to be applied today.
Oh, he's not going to commit on that angle either. You can already see what Beans is doing. He hits the zip line to go top trip's window, so he has all the big door covered. If you're Kleenex, play your timings on the left and the right. Beans takes down 04, 1v2 for Nasty now.
And who does he want to try to isolate on first? The bomb planner or the player up top? He's going to find the bomb planner. Tagged up heavily, though. Has to try to reset this. Stun towards the front door, not going to land. Beans taking his time. Nade cooked up. Tossed around the back, does not hit. Nasty. How does he try to play it? Tries to commit for the defuse, and Beans will not be deterred. Another 1v1 for Beans.
Big clutch there from Beans. Pretty sure he's able to find 3 on the round. The pre-fire onto Abuza, the second one onto 04. And this time the 1v1 goes his way. You're thinking if you're Nasty there, like he just commits on a nade, that's probably what he's banking on to check this defuse.
Right.
And without it connecting there, he commits on it, but Beans is way too close. Able to take care of it.
Yeah, good call, Jay. Mind of a pro player.
Former. I'm old now.
You're still pretty good.
Yeah, I'm old.
Critical round here for Vancouver, down 2-4. And it's been a lot of these kind of split approaches, trying to find some finesse over towards Beans. Nothing this time. It's just the straight 4-man hit down low. Slide out for Neptune, followed by 04. First blood good, should lead to a plan.
Yeah, they were sick and tired of going 2-2 split. Let's all 4 hit something. You find the first blood, man advantage. You also find the second. Beans on 3 in a row. It's just going to get trapped over towards the big door. And the aggressive play there from Vancouver leads to a 4-up, 4 down. Clean round there to secure it. Now we go into the swing round.
And it's been a really good intel gathering from Seattle in these 2-2 split offenses where they know that Joe DeCease is going to be playing down low, either through spiral or in that little mid-door cut based on the stun he throws. So even though they haven't committed to something like that, they still know what Toronto want to do defensively. And that first slide out with Neptune and 04 works out perfectly. You find the second SMG, and then after that point, the ARs for Ultra are just screwed.
Now if you're Ultra on the attack, I'm going right back into A.
Again, until they stop it.
Vancouver just sent 1 player in. They are using a stun to try to slow him down over towards the zip side. But this time they're going to take all of mid-gun, and Beans is ready for it.
Yeah, insight right there with Mabuza trying to secure a trade on Beans, but not going to happen. Meanwhile, down low, Nasty holds on to some defensive pressure on the A side. Semtex out, but Joe Deceives pushes right through it, finds the kill, and this should be good for another round for Ultra, pending some sort of disaster.
I don't know, this head glitch and whatever gun Mabuza has, he usually rips them off of it, but Ultra, too strong. Work your way in towards A. Find the kills to go your way. Then at a 1v3, every time you win those initial gunfights in towards that site, you basically set yourself up for a successful round. When you go 3 for 1 every single time, Ultra now are going to put themselves at game point.
Do you try to do something weird here if you're Toronto? Try to catch this Vancouver offense off guard? Do you try to double stack with the SMGs in a different way down low at A? Lots of questions. It looks like it's going to be some sort of a heavy-handed approach for both teams. Neptune just going to check. Sees CleanX. Not sure if he sees Joe as well. May not make much of a difference, though. 04 is getting some space over through sidewalk, and they know who's defending up top. Problem is, can they deal with Beans playing from the back sidewalk? A couple of the pre-fire shots are in. 04 able to slip away. Now we have to approach towards B with the trophy in place.
Vancouver could just take their time here, because if you're Ultra, you're thinking, okay, they're eventually going to commit on this bomb plant. Do we try to shut them down, or do we play for the retake? We got Jodeci's working on the pinch, but he's playing it patient.
Yep. Nearby would be Nasty. They're looking for each other over towards Grandma's as the bomb is planted. That's going to put a little bit more pressure, though. On to Jodeci to have to come back to this play. Here's the initial check. Insight wins the first. Neptune trying to feel things out around the backside. Nasty has found that long pinch place. Now he can come back to the play. Neptune still up top, trying to find a second. Whoa! How about that? And the post plant holds Vancouver staying alive.
Round by round. Vancouver are starting to make those mid-round adjustments. You gain the info, at least 2 players on the bottom side of A, you instantly work over towards B. But I feel like every time I watch 04 in that scenario, he always plays it perfect. Like, he just throws a shoulder, clear out multiple spots. He is able to spot Beans. Then once he's weak, he's just able to get out. But then this is why you got Mr. McLeod on the other end. Gets the objective down, catches the timing to find the first kill onto Insight, and then the second. Basically secures it. But now into round 10.
This is such an immediate adjustment after Vancouver had shown their double hit defensively towards P1. Now all of a sudden Toronto's just going to hard stack for it, but Neptune's in position. I think he's got an AR here too. Pushes up, no, never mind, just a Jackal. Trade is coming through, but again, now the pressure has been known. Vancouver can start to modify their defense, and look at 04.
He's working this pinch, and Insight potentially could catch him. Back down and play it super safe. Both players from Vancouver are in a position to not allow that bomb to get planted.
Yeah, this is really just down to when does Abuza call for the defense to have to play forward. But Insight now knows that 04's playing from behind. Still loses the gunfight. Down to the 2v3 post plant. CleanX seen on the escape. Trying to find the isolation to 04. He finds it. Now it's just down to where are the last 2 defenders. And you know where they are. Both have taken shots. Abuza and Nasty trying to work their way back forward and towards the sites. Nasty's going to clear off sidewalk. But where's CleanX gone? Shots towards Beans, he finds the first. Down to the 1v1, not gonna have a chance at it. Ultra able to find the final, and Beans will say, don't you stand up and start talking to me before this series is over. We're tied at 1.
And that's one of those situations, if you're 04, you have them trapped on the site. You can waste a lot of time just holding a pre-aim. You got a submachine gun and an AR in your back pocket. But the timing on jumping out of the window allows Ultra to get on out. You still had no info on where Beans was playing. He finds that first kill, turns it into a one-on-one. But the positioning too strong there from Ultra once they get the bomb planted. It's like Vancouver in that search and destroy were just playing too antsy, trying to do a little bit too much. And unfortunately, it comes back to bite them.
Yeah, just a touch. But again, first blood success rate for Toronto Ultra immense throughout this one. You can see it outside of just 3 rounds, and that advantage was capitalized nearly every time it felt like that we had it. A couple of the clutches as well came through, the 1v1s from Beans, a couple of them in that round. But really, the only one that really goes awry is the 1v2 that Abuza pulls off. So good efficiency for Toronto on the search and destroy, and this series is starting to develop in a way that feels very familiar to the last time these 2 teams had played. As mentioned, it was the 2-3-5 that Toronto were able to find last time these 2 teams had played. But the vault control leaves us with kind of a 2 Rams bashing heads, because it feels like it's an even battleground.
Oh yeah, that is going to be an absolute square, man. Whoever's whoever's going to win this control, realistically, in my opinion, wins
the
this
series.
series. But I'm just so
Agreed.
happy we see a map 4, brother. Finally.
Woo, look at
Thank
us.
God.
No better time than Championship Sunday. We're back to the desk for their thoughts as we continue on to the series.
That's right, folks. A round of applause for Shift and Study. They
So
meet their
happy
day
for
rate
them.
now because they have to work an honest day's work. It's about time, fellas. Proud of you.
proud of you guys
Good
over
series, though. Good series. Exciting stuff. And again, we are going to go the distance now. Chance, of course, we saw the bounce back. It was in the cards. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm enjoying this. We got everybody chirping. We just saw Abuza have one of the most ridiculous clutches I've ever seen, certainly on the year in the battle. Like, this is classic Call of Duty. Talk your trash, let them know, stand up. Everybody's barking.
And it's only fitting that Beans leads the lobby after that, right? Like after he loses that 1v1 versus Abuza, it's takeover mode. But finally, Joe gets to sit back, 200 damage on the map. His teammates end up pulling him through this one, and just a clinical search and destroy from the side of Toronto Ultra. I mean, you got 7 first bloods, and just, it's so hard when you let them keep putting this bomb down over in computers. Dude, this retake is so difficult, especially when you're a man down.
Yeah, you know, if you're Toronto, you were just watching Surge play this map, right? So you're
Yep.
able to kind of adjust how you want to do it. And, you know, for Surge, all stage 2, #1 in opening duels. And this one, you lose that 7-3.
Yeah.
I even like the call at the very end there, like just the way Ultra played it, like still playing aggressive. You know you can maybe get Neptune if he tries to come out and get a pick. You trade him out, 3v3, perfect situation. Let's just wait for them to come to us. And, you know, for Surge, you just don't strike at the same time. When Neptune goes for that kill, you have to be pushing through their underground, going top their building, pulling inside out of that position. You know, it's just the small moments in these games. But yeah, Toronto Ultra tying it up 1-1. Excited to see how this unfolds.
Chance, is it pure grit? Is it game plan? I mean, what is getting Ultra through these rounds?
Well, right now, I think it's a map-dependent thing. So to get them through these rounds, they just have the experience. They have all the confidence in the world on protocol. They've been there time and time again, and maybe the best team in the game at effectively working that B site. So they're constantly causing problems, and of course, their A hits are great. But I still think because Vancouver Surge won the protocol hardpoint, they actually might have the advantage in the series because I think they're the better vault control team. So I think Surge are still in a pretty fine spot, albeit Toronto are looking scary.
Well, let's talk about map 1. Again, we've finished up protocol now before we get into that control. And what made this hardpoint so great? Obviously, Surge coming in hot, fantastic record.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Surge, they just had a really good, on the second rotation, the P2, they trapped them all in the back. And they're holding it down, right? And then when you're able to trap a team all the way back Lighthouse like that, if you get a big chunk of that time, you're likely going to have rotation over towards P3. That's when they got their big lead. They're able to hold on to that lead to the very end. And obviously, it's a close game, but it comes down to a wild break. Nasty has an awesome route, jumps from down top, as Abuza's throwing stuns and nades inside to buy him some space, and he just gets a huge entry.
And even before that, not before that, excuse me, after that, you head into this P4 and it's Nasty again. He's in the backside of things, and I was literally watching this and I was like, Nasty, please don't overtell, please don't overtell, just make noise. Wait for your teammate to flood through the front, and that's what he did, which allowed them an extra 20-second cushion to then move into this Computer Hills, where shout out to Neptune, man. O4 was having a really slow start. Both of them kind of come back here in the last couple of these hills to put themselves in a position to take that map 1.
Well, GG, shout out Neptune, man. That's going to be that. Tied up 1-1 going into the half, and that's where we find ourselves. Again, quick update for you just joining us. FaZe win the winners bracket final, and they will be enjoying a bit of a rest now, sitting in that final. Surge Ultra, the winner of this series, will join them as our teams have made it back to the stage. Our coaches are in position.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at that
Undertaker music, bro.
The Emperor feeling
The
good.
aura's crazy. Aura diff.
I mean, that
Quite
is
the
aura.
fantastic matchup. And again, what do we think of the Crocs, guys? What do we think of the footwear? Bean's feeling very cozy up there, right, Ali?
I'm kind of jealous. I kind of want some, actually. I haven't had Crocs in years, dude.
Chance?
Dude, I don't know about the Crocs. I'm just excited to see the sophomore doing Abuza and 04 get after it. Abuza, I mean, he was playing for a Wowa Bobs 2 years ago. 04 was hanging out in Florida. Now they're on a championship Sunday, chomping at the bit for a dub.
Trying to get to the finals. Well, we're going to hand it back over to my boys, Shift and Stud, for that next game of control. Fellas, take it away.
Thank you, friends. Yeah, this is going to be an intense one. I do kind of agree with Chance that just kind of looking at how the controls have gone, there is a slight favor to Vancouver.
Yeah.
But coming out and looking like that and how they played earlier today, you can't write off this Toronto team whatsoever.
Not at all. The only thing that scares me about this Vault Control is that they have barely played it in the last couple of times that they spawned in. It's been a majority of protocols, a majority of Hasis. The only team that they squared up for with on Vault is Optic, which are probably the worst Vault Control team that we've ever seen. And then you got opposite side. No, they're really bad. And then you got LAG as well, where they just walked away with 2 clean 3-0s. But on the opposite side for Surge, they have 7 reps with this roster. And when you have so many reps, you are 4-3. You know exactly what you need to work on, what is working for you. But When I just think about how the ARs were able to perform in that map, number one, Inside and Beans are going to have their hands full because Vault is all about those long-distance gunfights.
Absolutely agree. And on top of that, there's been a really good kind of baton passing between Neptune and 04 in control, let alone on this map in control. So definitely one of the reasons why we kind of lean one side over the other. But who knows on Championship Sunday? The stage is big, the lights are bright, and of course both teams have been very solid when it comes to control at this major in particular. The only loss that Toronto had was of course versus Cloud9, and that was a round 5 affair. So could not be tighter. See if they can find a way to step up once more here, find a way to keep that record polished and get us into a hostile hardpoint where, again, just to kind of frame it up as a foreshadowing, we do favor Vancouver there as well. So this still feels like a map that Toronto really need to have.
They're going to be the team to start off on the defensive side. Oh, I was waiting for Neptune to just hit the diving board. He always loves that route to go through top cat, but hitting something a little bit different this time. Works his way through underground, already on the pinch, finds the opening kill, finds 2. You go 3 for none, and now you can stack that point for some guaranteed segments.
Yes, you can. You know that Joe DeCeves is playing over towards connector as well after those straight couple of shots had come through. Neptune just kind of being a forward player here, and wow, this has been a flawless start off, legitimately. 30 plays 24. That A segment is going to be completed, and you're going to get 2 minutes and 12 seconds with Neptune already winning over towards B. Can we get a kill? Finally, yes, but the transition's underway.
Now, if you're Ultra, you are forced to now stabilize from your base. Thankfully, you're able to find those kills. Now, Vancouver going to slow down their approach, but CleanX gets a little bit too aggressive there up through B Street. So now you have some in-map control. You have the numbers as well. You have a Boozer working the OE, but inside with some great shots, stabilizes it at a moment.
Yep, nasty. Ooh, that stun really well placed. Finds Joe DeCeves, a little pop-up over through the hole. Pushes him off, but there's 04 to follow. Okay. Mid-map's going to go the way of Vancouver, followed up by Beans. Neptune trying to secure the trade and has help from Nasty. So numbers starting to come out here for Vancouver on their next approach to the B zone.
Yeah, and if you're Insight, can you have a couple people weak so you can send your submachine guns to clear out this B Street?
Timing is so good.
You're super tight in your setup here, and Vancouver are trying to go for the trades while at the same time 04 is on the pinch.
Yep, this is absolutely every time we see Vancouver on offense, they do this. Show you force from the front, allow someone to hit the pinch timing, and the overextension now develops into a successful route on towards B. 04 is still hanging, still fighting. Stun comes through. Joe DeCeves traded out. 2 members on. Could be a third if Abuza decides to join them. And here they are, all 3 on. First tick of progress done.
First segment is locked. Ultra need to get themselves in towards point. You have CleanX still finessing, just trying to contest. Thankfully, Insight from the top angle. Able to line up 2. Vancouver still up by 8 lives though, and 04 again on the pinch.
Yep, it's just continual pressure on this overextension. Nice shots. 04 able to put pressure onto Art and clean up one more defensive member to allow again Vancouver to just run in through the front, but this time it's not just into the zone, it's beyond it. Nasty on 4 in a row. Is there a chance he can develop the timing here? 04 falls, but they have no idea where Nasty is. Follow-up is good, 2 for 2 the exchange. The last defender's playing down low.
Yeah, just stay alive on point. Nasty's got your cross. He's on 5 in a row, but he's playing some unfortunate timings there. Thankfully, 04 is able to at least assist him off of the respawn. Second segment is locked. Ultra need a clutch on up here.
Indeed they do. Put 04 right there with him. Third tick of progress on the way. 04 dancing with death and eventually dealt with by Insight. But it's 12v4. It may not make much of a difference at this point. You still have 42 seconds left. You just have to find the kills.
If I'm Vancouver, I'm just pushing right up to the B Street.
Yeah, why not?
We can afford to play the trade. We still got a lot of time to work with, but Neptune, again, working on the OE. It's time for you to have a little bit of fun. With the AR in hand, it's going to close out the round. And Vancouver are able to walk away with 5 seconds, but it's all about that break-off.
Correct.
The fact that they get 8 kills uncontested, extend time to about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get those progressions at B, chef's kiss there.
I think the other part about this Vancouver team is they never lose that P1 mid-map control, and then they'll show you force at B Street, and then as soon as you start knowing that the player top art is shooting at B Street, someone hits that overextension around the back. It's just, you can't watch everything at once if you're that top AR player because of what Vancouver's showing you.
They're just consistently keeping you there.
Yeah.
They're backing down Insight from top bar. He's giving the comms, okay, there's multiple people here. So if you're the players coming off the respawn for Ultra, you're instantly trying to help him in that situation. Yep. So 04 just capitalizing on the openings, and that works out. Now they go on the defensive side, all pressure through the middle of the map.
Opening eliminations this time good for Ultra. Trophy systems denying most of the utility, but will not stop Toronto from getting this first tick of progress as CleanX tried to follow up with one more onto Nasty. That was a little bit too much, though. Joe Deceives not having the greatest start to this map and will be shut down as Vancouver will reclaim the A zone and deplete some of the progress on that second tick.
Oh my God, 0-4. Finds a massive opening kill to keep ammo control in his team's favor. And now you're forcing all of Ultra to try to work through that pool side. It's gonna be more difficult to drop down from top cat, but a little bit of bait and switch is gonna work out to perfection. Kleenex just started regenning, but not quick enough. It's already 3 dead, and Ultra forced to reset.
Yeah, Vancouver's already pushing your spawns behind P2. 0-4, a little wiggle here. Trying to get a look at where Joe Deceives had gone off to, but Neptune's right there with him. So yeah, we're forcing Ultra to spawn down towards pool. And with 42 seconds on the clock, you've got to find a way to use this top catwalk control to jump in and find success on this zone. But Nasty's right there to find the opener. And 0-4 on 5 in a row. Not quite able to find the 6. Beans jumping into the point, though, will be dealt with. And the last word will be had by Abuza. Defense looking solid for Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver start off with the first kill. Trade. You got the last man standing on your side. Now 25 seconds left to play with. Ultra, last push. 0-4 picks up the kill on the OE. You're already in the man disadvantage, but we gotta get it towards A.
Yep, have to have it. And it's just not coming through. Just too many reduced number situations. Too many players getting tagged before they can even see the zone. Last 7 seconds. 0-4 shut down to the pinch through pool. Have to jump on in. Insight. Lots of tags already coming through. Dealt with. Can anyone touch? Answer is yes at 0.0, but the kill comes through, and Vancouver will have a solid defense.
This is way too easy right
Yes,
off
it
of
is.
Vancouver. Dominating the round number 1. You only allow 1 segment to get away from you on your defense. Now you're in a pretty good position to close out this map. It's just every single time we're switching POVs to someone on Vancouver, they are finding clutch kill after clutch kill. They are always finding their routes to work those pinches. If you're the Ultra players, you gotta be so annoyed right now.
Correct. I mean, this is what Vancouver does, though. It doesn't matter what map they play and control. They're going to do this to you. They're going to show you hard force and then just find some way to open up space on a pinch, hit an overextension. Someone's going to get lost. You're trying to work for that kill, and then all of a sudden the next SMG is right there with them. It's just they're so clean at playing at this really otherwise frenetic pace that you would see by the eye test. So it's working out nicely. 2-0 up. Back to the offense.
No way Neptune does the same exact route again.
Yep.
Right through pool, over towards B. This time a different route, and unfortunately he's gonna get taken down, but now you're trying to make up for it here if you're Vancouver. Cannot afford to go 4 dead here. Just stay alive where you are, hold your positions.
Yeah, Boost is gonna get caught. Neptune able to keep the spawn safe for now. Follow up, no, overwhelmed. Too many members to deal with that B streak. 0-4 though, again, quick to get the trade. It's so fast. So much help comes through. And now another over towards B, no. So Deceives with the shutdown. But Neptune again keeps the spawn safe. It's just this continual back and forth that Vancouver are making sure they're not in the worst position possible.
Yeah, but Ultra so far in this round are trading a lot more effectively. Currently up by 3 lives. All the mid-map control is in your favor. Bro, Beans, your job is just simply stay alive here. Unfortunately, the team shots are able to take care of him. That draws the attention for a bunch of Ultra players. You open up that 8 point for Vancouver.
Good read here, though, from Neptune. Stun out, but no. Insight wins the gunfight. Nasty over the top. Being tagged from multiple points of angle. And leaves Abuza by himself. Trying to snap over to Insight, not going to work out. 0-4, trying to keep the play alive. 28 seconds on the clock, though. Ultra's defense is just going to hunt this out. Push it forward. Do not allow a single tick for Vancouver to come through.
Yeah, don't allow these guys to continue to play their life as well. You got them weak. Try to send it in to close out that kill. Now on the pinch is Nasty. This go around. Final push here, final 10 seconds.
Wow.
Neptune is able to find a double. The last player is already off the respawn, so you at least got 2 seconds.
Yeah, you sure do. Got a long route developing for Joe. No one's watching for it at the moment. Does he find the right time to jump on in? There's the first. Not allowed to have the second. Pitch from the front, though, starts to come through at the same time. 8 seconds remaining. Nasty still looking for trades.
1v1.
Just down to the 1v1 over the top of the zone. Does Kleenex want to try to take this? EU versus EU, but Abuza is there for the save and got an extra 60 seconds, 12v11.
Perfect time to finesse if you are Vancouver, and now you have an opportunity to chain it over towards B. Abuza finds a double. The flank on the horizon here for Insight. He's working his way through bottom vault. No one's watching that angle. He already breaks them down. Now the rest of Ultra, time to strike.
Much better here from Ultra, all 4 down. They can now move rapidly across the map. 11v7, 45 seconds on the clock. 0-4 with an AR in hand. That means he likes to try to play on this overextension, but the problem is you have to deal with these players in your spawn. Good read on the inside. Oh, wow. Nice shots to Joe, but can't finish the kill, and a major advantage here for Ultra on this B setup.
And I love the way that Ultra are playing this defensive setup. Taking a lot of space away. Not giving anything to Vancouver so they can work with it. No more respawns on the side of Surge. 20 seconds left to go. Don't even know if they have a chance.
Well, 3v9. No one's watching B Street right here. It's going to be have to be success off the pinch. Kleenex gets pushed off. Hold on a second. They're going to stop the clock. If 04 can line up one, maybe there's a chance to still hold on to this, but the pressure just too much to amass. And Ultra will see another round of control.
And thankfully there, Surge secure those 3 segments at that 8 point. They guarantee themselves defense if they do go to round number 5. Because you find yourself up by 7. Threat of break off there from Toronto. Better on the trades. Better in taking that map control away. Allows them to stay alive. Force that next round.
Oh, this is incredible too. Yeah, one player weak by the Semtex in the corner, but still. Heroic play from Vancouver to allow them to have that defensive advantage, like you already mentioned, if we do get to a 5th round. But Ultra, not only did their breakoff have to be better defensively, they need to find better success here on the offense as well. See what they decide to develop as we make our way over to A.
Break off this time. Joe Deceive taking a page out of Neptune's book. Gonna work right through underground. You also have a teammate pausing the game clock at A, so you're drawing all the attention from Vancouver on that side of the map, and now you can take Art.
The problem with this is Vancouver are just going to surround, deal with A, and then come eventually back to deal with the player at Art. It's just, you can't take a playbook out of our own, or page of a playbook out of our own book, so. Perfect break off here for Vancouver, and now it's spawn control. Once again, starting to come through, and they're just saying, let Joe sit over towards BR. It's fine, we'll get him eventually.
Yeah, Joe's on 6 in a row, so he's trying to play for a couple more to earn himself that Hellstorm. Finds kill number 7. Play it patient if you're Neptune, but you know both of these players want to commit on this. Child, the stun is not going to connect. Slide, slippery slide. Neptune's able to get the better of him. Been a lot of time though. Already wiped the win. You got nothing done.
Well, you allow the defense to get pulled back a touch, so you're going to get the first tick at A, plus possibly more with 2 members still around the zone. Vancouver coming off spawn, looking largely to play off this pinch. Abuza at mid, shut down by inside on B Street. This is going to be the A zone probably gone unless Neptune wants to try to give this a go. Looks like he's trying to, but no, the extra 60 seconds are here, and in the same breath, Ultra have reduced the life lead down to just 2.
Now Vancouver need to hold strong on their defensive setup for 1:40. They already have Nasty working on that deep pinch, taking away that pool overextension. Trade for trade. Just play your life if you are Nasty. Time continues to tick on down.
Kleenex trying to develop on a route. SMG in hand though, so he's not going to have the same luxury that we've seen from 04 in this position. The B Street's also been completely reduced as the ARs for Vancouver start to pop up. Here's the play from Kleenex. Able to catch one. Jonasie's following up. Neptune trying to get the cleanup work done, but only finds one. Now you've got numbers, and Ultra can get on the zone.
Trophies are down. Got 2 players working in through the bottom side of Vault. First segment being worked on, and the first kill goes Toronto's way, but here comes Nasty with the AR. Everybody else from Vancouver know we have the numbers. We can send it on. And Kleenex on the pinch, though. Lines up a double. Can he get more? Give me number 4.
Yep, you're going to get Nasty out of top art position. That is critical. So now you've got members still on the zone. First tick at B is going to be locked. Life fleet now starting to develop for Ultra. Second tick being worked on. No pinch. It's just going to be Neptune flying forwards. Finds himself a sliver of cover. Now he's on the pop-up as Kleenex is taken down to 1 bullet. 04 with the cleanup. 10v9, 45 seconds, and we go again.
Neptune, man, makes so many big plays for this Vancouver squad. Doesn't even matter if Beans is trying to spawn kill the rest of the Ultra boys. I mean, the rest of the Surge squad. But there's 40 seconds still to go. You have one person on the point. Beans is just staying alive. This is so annoying.
Yep.
You need to take care of this guy.
You also got insight on your side door. So everything's starting to amass here for Ultra's pressure. Beans still here, finally dealt with. Now the focus has to go back over to the zone. Second tick of progress is here. Kleenex trying to hold close, but he's only got an AR. Just down to Joe Deceives. 5v6 the life count. But the third tick of progress is becoming imminent. You've got to find a way to get him off. And Nasty will find the kill. Everything takes a pause as Ultra are really trying to value their lives.
Oh, but Beans is trying to play for the spawn kills. Unfortunately, that now leads to Ultra having no more respawns. 25 seconds to go, last push.
Just have to find a clean break onto this B point. Joe trying to work on the extension. Nothing there. Has to reset. Now you take your focus back over to the B Street play. Number 6 in Abuza is the first one forward. Beans able to get on with the trophy system. But Abuza with the shutdown. Clean shots on the pop-up. CleanX trying to get there. Tagged up for multiple points. You just have to find a way to stop the clock. 3 seconds on the clock. Joe trying to make his way in. Can't stay comfortable on the point. But the tick of progress is still coming through. They're still on. They're still on. No more. Can you save the day? Not quite, but Neptune finds the kill to 1v1. Neptune for the win. And he's up out of his seat again.
Welcome back to the CDL. This guy is just making so many plays in both of the respawns now. He's the one to stamp it at the end of both of those games. Had multiple clutch plays. It all starts where he just dives out from top part and pops a 2 when Beans is instantly trying to play for those spawn kills. And then in that crucial moment, Toronto find the opening. Neptune knows I have to get on this point. First guy's weak, that's great. Second guy a little bit weak, I'll find the second kill.
Yep.
But then you make it into a one-on-one. And he is as confident as ever. Vancouver able to take the control. They had 2 opening dominant rounds.
Yep.
Toronto started to come alive towards the later half, but Neptune said, nah, I gotta shut that down. Let's go map 4.
Unbelievable stuff, man. He just continues to provide cinematic moments every single time he loads up. Unreal stuff. You also got to give shout outs to that little 1v1 between Abuza and Beans, too.
Oh, yeah.
That little pop-up. Because if Beans wins that, he's got good AR control. You've cleaned out really all the Vancouver defense. And Joe feels comfortable to stay on the zone at that point. It's just all those little things amounting to massive moments. But it does start with just the absolute dominance that Vancouver's able to establish in the first 2 rounds of this.
And if you're Ultra, it's just some slow starts from your SMGs. You had 0-4 and Neptune always finding their openings, catching their timings on the pitches. But CleanX and Joe really couldn't find that consistency. Joe Deceive started to come alive towards the middle half of this game, but CleanX still struggling a bit. Now you're down 2-1. And this is a scary situation to be in if you are Ultra, man. Because that next hard point, 1-4 overall, you don't really like to play Hacienda. And the reason why is because you find yourself almost dead last in the rotation win percentage. You got to be able to rotate, because this is the bread and butter HP for Vancouver.
Yeah, it really is. It's been a staple of really their entire run through stage 2 at this point. And the crazy thing about it is, like, when we look at teams that are solid on Hacienda, your Thieves, for instance, they're so good at manipulating spawns and finding ways to go from 2 to 3 in particular, finding good time on 4. But the thing that Vancouver, I think, does more than maybe anyone else is they win out the hard points like on 1. They find a way to like get back into games by finding good key time on Fountain. They do a great job at P4 as well. Again, it's just that fast, frenetic pace that just kind of keeps setups uncomfortable.
Yeah, and even when they slow it down, it also works, because the last time we saw them play Hacienda, there's times where the team is fully set up at P2. We know that we have to work around the back, but we're sending 2 players through lobby, and then the last guy slowly working his way around through fence line. That's the thing about this Vancouver squad when you watch them in HP, is that you might think someone is individually trying to make a play, but no, it's more about the team effort. That's a team executed play, and if they continue to do that, this might be over.
I think the thing that really also kind of it captivates me when we watch this Vancouver team in comparison to when we watch on maps like Protocol, you talk about like how the subs play with each other versus how the ARs play with each other, but on a map like Hacienda, I often feel like it's an AR playing with a sub. Like, let me clear your lane, you can push through it, okay, you're good, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Like, there's that backline, frontline duality that's come through. And again, it's really kind of surprised, I think, a lot of us that just adding Neptune to the mix has not just found success, but it's found success in a variety of ways across a multitude of maps. You kind of saw it right there in the graphic. Their hardpoint record has been exquisite, to put it plainly.
It's crazy how one player can make such a big impact on a roster.
Legitimately.
Because when Hixie was on the lineup, we couldn't really find kills. We were always playing from the back foot. But then you make that roster change, you get a fast player in SMG role. And Neptune has just been able to enable all of his teammates. This is the last time that they matched up in the Major 2 qualifiers. Went all the way to the distance. But this time it's a little bit different, because with Vancouver taking that control, they are more than happy to spawn into another hard point.
Absolutely they are. So, like you mentioned, pressure now starts to really shift on towards the Toronto Ultra, having to respond onto a map that they have not necessarily really, well, let's put it plainly, have not really been all that great on. But it has to come into the picture. This is Vancouver's bread and butter. Can they close it out here? Or is there just a little bit more ice left for this Toronto team in this long, lower bracket run? it's been something that we've really not seen much of. You look back to like the LAGs and Vanguard. Might be the last time we saw someone from a lower round one matchup have a chance to get all the way back to a grand finals. But it has to go by way of making them through this Hacienda hardpoint. Here we go. Vancouver, Toronto. Let's get it on map number 4.
Potentially the final map of this series. Vancouver are thinking about that rematch versus Atlanta. Ultra, we're just trying to get through this map here. So we start off in towards the P1. Ultra on the preferred side for that P2. But 3 kills go in favor of Vancouver. Now we just soak up time.
How wildly different Vancouver played this break off compared to like your Cloud9s. They're not even bothering with the aggressive. We're just gonna let you come to us, find every single kill. Neptune's actually running an AR, and that allows them to, again, get control over the hill. I swear, they are one of the best teams at finding P1 time maybe in the game right now. Insight over through connector, saw the feet of one, eventually able to track down onto Abuza. That's already 19 seconds gone, and the spawn flip.
Yeah, spawn's already flipped, so now if you're Vancouver, you can potentially keep them off of it if you want, but just gonna back on up, play our full setup over towards the P2 side. Big opening kill onto inside on the OE. Neptune already finds a second, but Joey D is making up for it. Here to try to contest. Unfortunately, he falls, and Vancouver is still spawning close.
Yeah, set for Neptune, who's all the way out. He's gonna make a play down through well side, so this is gonna be Vancouver just having to focus on the front. Nasty gets 2. Inside, backside fences. A little bit of a dance with Abuza for now. Semtex over the top, but Abuza just does not lose those. And so now things start to stabilize. Toronto trying to find some timing to hit from the front. They're gonna get 1 in, but Nasty shuts it down. A 6-1 start.
Man, that was a 1v3. Neptune's able to walk away with 2. My teammates are spawning right behind me. Yeah, we're instantly gonna flood our way back in for this time. 30 seconds still to play with. Abuza unfortunately doesn't check both sides of the street there. And now Ultra with the first 2 kills going their way. Wow. They have an opportunity for a break.
Yeah, great damage from Nasty, able to find one with the big chunk of another. Spawns are still in for Vancouver, so they're going to play through the old time of 18 seconds, and they immediately wipe it. Toronto not in a really good position to try to challenge this again, so they're going to get split spawned, and now you've already got Neptune on rotation. 04 is right there with him, and this is what we talk about. Toronto, the worst rotating game in the CDL, and this is what happens to them at times.
Just got to locate these players from Vancouver who have already gotten it out, but by the time you find them, 04 makes you pay for it. So rotation 1 again by Surge. Back spawn secured by Surge. 04 holding down the power position on the top side of Flat. Unfortunately, timing doesn't go his way, but he's still going to be able to finesse, set up his teammates. Another 3 dead, all of Ultra spawning at well.
I mean, we just got to be more together on these break-off attempts if you're Ultra. You know, are we exiting? Are we still playing for old? It's just that miscommunication, that level of gray area just continues to punish them, and now Neptune is running around rampant. 3 in a row, 10 and 5, eventually shut down by Insight, but the first 30 seconds is already gone. Yes, you're gonna get some high ground control, maybe an opportunity here for the back 24 as 04 tries to tally up where exactly this Ultra setup is. He's gonna dive right on in, finding one, opening the door for Neptune to try to follow up.
And Vancouver, no. Okay, we're already up by 60. Wow. This is a good time to fight for. We're gonna be able to outnumber them and then start to think about that rotation over towards New. Neptune is able to line up another double. Now you got 04 playing patient. You know, at least one player from Ultra are going to try to set up on this pitch, but your teammates are here to help them open.
Yeah, timing not great for 04 right there. And if you're Ultra, you have to show us something right here, right now. Hit coming from multiple points of ingress. Neptune shut down for the first. Good damage onto a second. That's 3 dead. Last one to find is 04. He's in for the contester now, just trying to play his life as long as simply possible. He finds 2 kills. You're going to have a numbers advantage here for Vancouver off this reset. But Joe Deceives shuts that down. 3 in a row. Almost able to find the 4th, but enough damage for Insight to capitalize on the trade.
Effective trades there from Ultra. Able to withstand that pressure coming in from Vancouver. Now everyone working their way from Lambeau's side. You just contested, force them to overextend a little bit, and the 2 initial kills go your way. Now it's on Mr. Beans. Beat down good enough. Pistol up, running out of ammo. Give me number 3. Ultra, hold on.
Oh, that's exactly what they needed as we swap into a Toronto Ultra. Listen in.
Take it around. Two top office, right? Top dead. I'm watching. I have the open for you. Nice shit. Missing flip. Could already be. Low TV on dock. Okay. Urgent. Could have gone secret. I do, okay. Top dark. Oh, he's behind me. Low, he's already dark. Low TV, careful up top. Yo, low TV. I'm open. Low TV, okay. Low TV. Can they rock? Yo, open. Watch out, we're open. I'm really weak open. Abuza. I'm missing Neptune. Could pinch our kitchen maybe? I already crossed top white. Chance got white. Play right side. Still top open. They're con. Open deck, go on. TV. They're open. Yeah, I'm trying. He gets top.
Good stuff. I was okay.
Dead. Can you rock? Yo, what's up? We're talking about.
I have your help.
I'm playing out. They can go.
Be careful, dark. Careful close.
I have
Someone
close.
Yo, we can challenge if you want.
Two here. Both wings. One more depth. Not don't jump. Nice job. Wait. Last time. Nice shit. Arsa time. Nice shit. Get that time.
Go well. I'm going well.
Go well fast.
Go.
Stand up. He's not trying. You're good.
One well at me.
Take right.
Stuck behind the well. Weak. Made it, Jimmy. I'm watching. Close left now.
Right side down.
Stuff as well.
Go. Zig. Fire.
He's close left, Jimmy.
Take one jump.
Back right.
Be on, Joey. I can streak. No, I'll save.
I'll see you, bro. He's well.
Back lobby. Dead. One more. Back lobby and in lobby. Back section lobby. Back section lobby.
Oh, you slid a 6.
They got us one in there. They got us one in there.
Neps on time. One back
Don't
right.
see him.
I still keep up. Back yellow card. I'll spawn. Lay down.
They're spawning out.
They're being kicked spots.
Yellow card. Back there.
Yellow card.
In the corner time.
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Nice shot.
One time. Weak.
I spawned top.
There's one on me.
Both on time.
Might run back.
Close left.
One on me.
We hitting this?
I'm hitting.
Do we know? The rest went through well, I think, you know.
It could already be.
Front time. Two. Yeah. Plenty of front tops. Boys. I'm gonna spawn out. They're gonna be rock. I spawn deep.
I'm looking at
Getting off. I'm just going to sit
They're
there.
gonna be well.
I'm looking at L pinch for a sec.
Pod's open, Jimmy, okay?
I have a full pinch, okay?
I'll try to get new times while you got fun.
I'm not yet.
Heck of a spree from Beans, but Vancouver still solid through P2. You hear them trying to set up this hold over towards the third, but 04 has already cracked it again. An opening double plus eliminate the trophy system. Here come the subs.
Yeah, Ultra need to start to rotate, man. We can't give up these money hard points and bank on breaks every single time, because that's where, when you get yourself back into the game, you give one up, and all of a sudden you're down by 40 again. Vancouver with the early break. Back spawn secured. All of Ultra trying to hit a couple routes through the front side, and 04 lines up a double. Instantly going to shut them down. Beans, unfortunately, is going to invest this, but no one's in the play.
No one's here. So he just tries to send it as fast as humanly possible to get to be a part of this break attack. Tabuza down low, actually shut down. Insight kind of catches him in no man's land. Nasty trying to be followed up on, but not quite able to capitalize on the eliminations. Back in for more contest and a little bit more scrap time here for Vancouver. 175 to 123. Now we focus rotation over to Rock. This is where Ultra were good, and they're going to have to be better than that this time.
And you can already see Bean starts it off. Was a one-on-one gunfight. Gimme kill number 2. And we have 3 players with the trophy system fully set up here at New. Vancouver are going to take their time. They know that this one break potentially can secure the entire series for them. Take the long routes, you find the openings, you got to go.
Yeah, and you lose that battle over the top of P2. Just leaves OGC's by himself. That is a perfect break for Vancouver. All 4 members now getting arena with another one. Tabuza almost able to put the game away right there. But maybe one more chance here for Ultra. Trying to stack up over through hallway side, and it's Travis McLeod in the way. There's the first. Not a follow-up on the second, though. Good trade coming through. Ultra tagged up and weak, though. Can't hit this yet.
Can't fully commit. 04 knows. Okay, let me just do a little pre-fire, make sure no one's close. They're going to slow it on down, and now their break attempt instantly gets shut on down. Vancouver, you blink. All of a sudden, they're going to be up by 100. Toronto, you would really have loved that Hellstorm for this hill. But now you got to tall out of the climb and climb back in.
And they're split. They're so split focused. You have 2 members already working in rotation. 04 beats you. They're almost able to put the game away in his own right. But 224 to 134. Comfortable horizons here for Vancouver. And Ultra are just spread, trying to find 1v1 wins to get over to the time if you want.
Yeah, Vancouver are already thinking about that rematch versus Atlanta. Only need 26 more seconds, and they can find it here at B1. Just need the kills to go your way, and that's a clean 4 dead. Ultra, you need to find a spark. 04 gonna use the Hellstorm to simply give the comp to his teammates on where the pressure is coming in.
There it is.
If you don't get these kills, this is GG.
Yeah, looks like a pretty celebratory Hellstorm at this moment. Leader's advantage is significant for Surge. They could just play for P2 if they want to. Make this really nasty for the Ultra. Someone's got to pop off right now if you're Toronto. And that might be at 4 down. Just one more member in the way. That was nasty. As he drops, now all of a sudden Toronto can start to rotate.
And it's just on 04. He knows I need to play my life through the backside. But he only has an SMG. Toronto are gonna try to isolate, pressure from both angles. He knows where they're coming from. First kill good, second kill even better. That is going to do it.
Last attempt would have to be from the front. Nasty's the one holding on top of Lambo. 245 and counting. Beans able to find one. Here comes the final sprint forward as best as they possibly can. But it's all white in the kill feed. And Vancouver will get their rematch in the grand finals.
just utter dominance there on that Hasi. You don't win a single rotation over towards P2 if you are Ultra. The only reason why you were sorted in this game is because Beans finds himself on 9 in a row over at that Rock Hill. But we knew going into this one, Ultra do not prefer to play Hasi in the HP. That's 1 and 5 on the season. You get a top 3 here, a couple things that you need to work on to potentially get better going forward. But Vancouver and just their hardpoint game, their teamwork allows them to prevail, bounce back off of a very tough loss, and now have a rematch in the Dance versus FaZe.
Wow. This final scoreboard is going to tell a very wild story. It just, every single time we watch Neptune load in, he has been unbelievable. And this performance on this map continues to just show us the potential, the ceiling, and what was always there. It's just you had to harness what was there. It was just a couple of moments. We saw him playing for Florida. He was just getting a little bit too lost, a little bit trying to, I got 4 people in front of me, I'm gonna run at them all.
Yeah.
Now he's got that little bit of restraint, that little bit of control, and it allows for him to absolutely take over.
And I just want to give a big shout out to Rambo Ray, man. I'm telling you, that's the guy who taught me Call of Duty back in the day. He taught Scump Call of Duty back in the day. The guy knows what it's like to mold a little bit of talent. But he knew Neptune had that in him. He just had to bring it out. The system is perfect for Vancouver. They are always playing for the win. No one is ever worried about the stats. And if they continue to play like this, that series versus FaZe went all the way to around 11. It's going to be a goodie in that grand final.
Jay, it's 31 and 18, 21 non-traded, and 18 objective kills.
Dude.
Those are likely the ones that were traded. So he's getting his entries, and he's causing rotational damage. It really is unbelievable. Another great map from 04 as well, by the way. 21 and 17, 16 of those non-traded. And that immediate switch, as soon as we got into that second set of hills, like we talked about, that P4, great for Toronto, but after that, not much to speak of. So it just kind of leads to a runaway that Vancouver is so good at punishing you, putting you into that snowball.
Yeah, Toronto just need to understand going forward. Like, if we're not rotating on a map like Hacienda, we're consistently playing from the back foot. We're forced to try to break these hills with about 20 to 25 seconds. And if we don't find those kills, now we're spawning all the way at old. It was the P2 that was the difference. The P4, one time good for Ultra, the next time the break attempt